Hey guys, do I have a story for you? As you can tell by the title of this video, my truck was stolen. It's pretty crazy. It happened 4 or 5 days ago now. So I'm just going to tell you the story. So it's story time. Coffee talk with Darlene. So there I was, your average Thursday, coming out of work. I get out at 5. So I'm walking out with my coworker, Nettie. I always park in the same vicinity, like the same 5 spots, okay? And it's a fairly large parking lot, it is, but you just kind of get in a rhythm, right? You park in the same spot. So that's what I do. Well, we're walking out. Nettie's like, where'd you park today? And I'm like, where I always park. I totally parked right here. So then we start frantically looking around. Where is the truck? Where's the truck? It must be here. I start thinking I'm crazy. So we're walking up and down the aisles. 10 minutes goes by. Nettie stands on a light post searching for the truck. Okay, and the parking lot is pretty sparse by this point. It's 5:15. People are heading out the door. You know, they're trying to get home, get places. That makes sense. It's starting to dawn on me. This is a real possibility that someone actually removed my truck from this parking lot. Now, of course, there were other things going through my mind. Did it get towed for some reason? No, I don't know why it would, right? I mean, I follow the law. I don't really know why cars get towed, but mine wouldn't. A couple more minutes goes by, we realize, okay, it's time to go back inside and like call the police or call our security team or whatever. So I tell my boss, I walk inside and she happens to be, you know, leaving for the day. And I was like, I think my truck is stolen. We were all in shock. So my boss is like, did you get an oil change? Did your husband drop you off at work? You know, she's going through logical questions as to why my truck might not be there. And the answer is no to all of these questions. I know I drove my truck that day. This is nuts. And we call security, we let them know. Even they were shocked. I actually heard them on the phone, because I didn't call, I was just kind of standing in shock. So my boss called security. They were like, are you suggesting that it was stolen? And she was like, yes. And they were like, okay, we'll be right there. So we go back out to the parking lot, still standing around, hoping it's gonna magically appear. It didn't. So at this point, 30 minutes have gone by. It's time to call the police. Dispatcher's like, sure, I'll send an officer out to you. I call my husband at this point. You're gonna have to come get me from work today because the truck's not here. He's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. The police officer shows up. It's now been a whole hour since I've realized the truck was gone to now. So I start filing this police report. The officer was not really surprised. There's a lot of car theft in that area. And he even had a little bit of hope that we were gonna find it eventually. Hey, now this whole time, I didn't even think we had insurance for this. I thought I had bare bones insurance. The security office has me check out their surveillance cameras because of course that's the first question everyone asks me. Were there cameras? There sure are. There were 2 cameras and neither of them were pointed in the direction where my truck was parked. It's fine. So there we had it. It was time to move on and go home and face this weird reality that I don't have my truck. But this is what I can say. I believe in God. I'm a faith-filled person. And I can tell you, this might sound crazy to some people out there, but just from the moment that I realized that that truck was gone, I really had this peace wash over me. And I just felt in my heart that it was going to be okay and that God was going to provide for us in this situation, even though it might seem crazy and I don't know what that would look like. I just knew that getting upset and freaking out would not be the right answer for that time. And so I just had this peace come over me. So that night my husband calls our insurance to let them know what happened. And it turns out we actually have like insurance that covers theft. and we didn't even know it. So that in itself was a total miracle. Let's fast forward 3-4 days. I'm working from home because I can't get to work, and oh, here you go. I get a call from the police department of the city that I filed the report in. They have recovered your truck. It's in this city. You have to call that police department and they'll give you the details. I'm like, okay, whoa, my head is spinning. This is crazy. Oh yeah, and then he said it was involved in a police chase. So I'm like, what? My truck could be on an episode of Cops? Call that police department. They let me know. He's like, I don't know a whole lot of details, but there was an officer on patrol. He saw the truck, ran the plates, saw that it was in fact a stolen vehicle, and that is when the pursuit occurred. You know how they talk all official like that. He said the front passenger tire fell off, the console on the inside was removed. I don't really know all the details of the damage right now. Oh, bye. All I know is they found it, arrested the broski that was driving it, and it's damaged. Whoo, it has been a weekend. So I figured I would just update you, fam, on the craziness that is my life right now. I'll be sure to update you guys once I have more information. So there may be a part 2 coming your way. I hope you enjoyed story time, coffee talk with Darlene. And if you did enjoy this, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment below what was the most shocking part of that story to you, or tell me if you've ever had a vehicle stolen and what the outcome was. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel. I will see you next time.